When you see that light at the end of the tunnel, it's safest to assume it's very bright and very far away. Then, Philia, what have you got for us? The Great Divide. Oh, is our music turned off? It may well be. Our friends, the very isle itself, and everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Eorzea will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to good King Moggle the 12th. But the king is no more as a blessing, for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the 12's wood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Whoop! Cilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? Oh, I don't remember what voice to be used for Flamen. A band of refugees hailing from Ul'dah this time are coming to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At the present, they are in the 7th heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Cilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. It was kind of shocking that you extended this to the Domans and not to the Alamegans. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Give a mouse a cookie logic, huh? Great. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Very well. I just don't like to think of my daughter as being kind-hearted and giving. Heroine, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. It is very interesting the way individualism ultimately leads to the idea that it is fine if some people are suffering while others don't, because it is inevitable that there will be some suffering. So there's no need for me to undergo any kind of trials, because I have this localized in-group of people who have been declared mine. It is only for their well-being that I am responsible. The drawing of borders does conveniently other the other, doesn't it? Hosen, the Rising Stones, what a peculiar name for a sanctuary. Tataru. On behalf of the Scions, I bid you welcome to the Rising Stones. With your cooperation, we hope to grow rich and transform this place into the piling gold. Oh, Erwin, forgive me, but I must see to the Doman's needs. Kaharu. What if you wanted to solve a problem that's already happened, like the Garleans destroying Doma? That's a dangerous question, ma'am. History is our friend, young one. The answers to the problems of the present are often to be found in the past. We need but seek them out. I see, so that was really meant to be the one read first there. Some 15 years ago, a mission took me to Ul'dah. It was then that I first chanced to gaze upon your beauty. I was utterly transfixed. I dared not blink, lest I deprive myself of even a split second of your radiance. You do flatter me, dear, and I do believe you've had a bit too much to drink. You think there could be just one unit to interact with instead of two? What in the 7 hells are you doing up here? Get down here before... Up there. Get down here before you fall and break your neck. You think this is impressive? In Doma, we train to run on the treetops. Don't mind Papa Limo. He's making a fuss over nothing as usual. Yozen's sense of balance is amazing for a boy his age. I wonder how he got so good. Hoary Boulder. Some of the Domans wanted to learn how to fight, and it's fallen to me to oversee their training. First, I need to find suitable equipment for everybody. Very good. No, we're not making this take any longer than it has to. What do you mean? It's the whole purpose of the exercise, though. Now, who do you think here is actually speaking first? Coltonay. An adventurer bends not to authority, but lives and acts according to his beliefs. He is the master of his own destiny. In my native land, there exist individuals not unlike these adventurers. Yet without a master to serve, how does one know the path that one must walk?
Can I just take your order, gentlemen?
I've been tasked with helping out in the kitchen. Once I've grown accustomed to my duties, I hope to treat our hosts to traditional Doman cuisine. Things seem stable here, don't they? I'm sure everything's fine. Is the seventh heaven just the outer... It's the outer heaven! Yeah, it is here. Doon, 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 doon. Hey, wandering minstrel. Oh, can't talk to you. Alice.
Why the seventh heaven, you ask? Because no one would drink in the seventh hell. I also considered naming it Cloud 9, but that felt a bit feat for our clientele.
Sure. Fallacy. News from Curthis talks of naught but the part you played in the retaking of the Stone Vigil. I read you correctly, did I not? I read you correctly, did I not? Either way. A man of rare quality. Kakamehi. Well met, I'm an adventurer myself in the employ of St. Coinach's Find. Well, they all died. Ready coin and payment on time. I'm starting to appreciate scholarship, me. I'm bold. I can tell you're in the trade, brother. Welcome to Revenant's Toll, a place of venturers, the restless, the abode on the crossroads.
I believe congratulations are in order, adventurer. Why, rumors that you'd purge the evil from Amdeporkeep are flying hither and yon, though I'd wish to hear the tidings first from Brother Aniston. When next you meet, pray bid him come and see me. 'Tis nearly a year since we last broke bread and shared mead.
Who is that? I don't know who that is. Sorry, ma'am. Remind me. It's Blizzle! Ryder and I, we've known each other since I was first starting out as a culinarian. We hardly see each other these days, though. I invited him here a bunch of times, but the man's married to his duty. Another time he always tells me. If he manages to pay me a visit, though, you can be sure I'll whip him up a meal fit for royalty. Jabbar. Not bad, are they? The twins, I mean. Well, you're not dead and you're not weeping, are you? I'd call that a win. Truth be told, it's the odd ones you remember most fondly. That's what makes it an adventure, aye. A touch of danger in everything, even the client. Merci au Joubert, mais je sais pas de quelques Gemini tu parles. Is that twin in French? Gemini? I don't know. Draggle-tailed refugee. All right, we'll stop stalling and we'll get with the program. Hello, I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Benfilia and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of old Da for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what got took. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sell his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. We knew we had to run. The only question was where. Then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us? I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity, and so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've got nowhere else to go. Turning your back on us? If I might have a word... Tataru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Ul'dah, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I can't say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the Flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. God, this is miserable. My lady, we are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. Jesus, Minfilia, you trust the cops? How can you be so blind? Yeah, for real, for real, for real. Find Alphino and quickly. If he's in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we were discussing earlier. Ida and Papalaima will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Erwin. Alright, I'll go look after the kid. Doom, 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 doom. Search for Alphino in Ul'dah. Looks like he's in the Adventurers Guild. Take me inside, please. He's cold. I'm cold. You don't look that wounded to me, elf. Talk to me, turtleneck boy.
You must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well.
That's weird.
Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have retained a class of second class, not even citizens, indefinitely. Maybe we should have just integrated them into our society.
Disparity between the wealthy and the
poor.
The majority of
No
the
shit.
accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life.
Just like how the people who are wealthy are extracting value from all the people who aren't.
Is the foremost, and some would say
Oh,
the
boy.
only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy?
Well, it's an ultra-exploitable class, of
In the
course.
destruction of the calamity. Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dah way of thinking, they may as well not exist.
Oh, they can be, almost Sakor for the society.
Choosing to ignore their existence.
And have been for years.
General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor.
Maybe should have gone a little further than
None would
that.
dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight.
They're able-bodied adults. Just let them fucking work. Though I'm sure there's some kind of like permitting situation.
To question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers.
Oh boy, please don't use their language,
While
Alf.
more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions.
I'm looking forward to Alphino's voice actor changing. I kind of like this guy.
In protest. Nor is it any
Mhm.
surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence.
Why shouldn't they? Their material well-being is being denied in a wealthy society. They should use violence.
That the Immortal
What
Flames
option are you
should use
giving
all
them?
occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other grand companies.
Ugh.
By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
If only we had cops here to murder them, or maybe they're imagining the immortal flames could have done something to ease tensions, because I guess inexplicably the relationship between the cops and the refugees has been a positive one. That is extremely ahistorical. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur given the rising tensions within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Tell me about Rob. Or tell Rob about me. I'll see you at Raban. Hello there. Oh man, now is not a good time, Erwin. My hands are full dealing with the refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alpha No, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeon. Probably chirurgeon. Do you think they say chirurgeons? I doubt. I don't know. It's French. My memories of the riot are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control of the situation. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We've sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but the progress is slow. They are damnably elusive. I can well imagine. Given that the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, not with butcher's knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny that tensions between the Uldan citizenry and the refugee population have increased since the Domans were turned away. But would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. What of those who have not even a single gil to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided by the immortal flames? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well. My point, General, is that this powder keg of discontent was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time for this. My scouts will be returning anon. Sure. The General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel, and with good cause. Were he to claim without the necessary proof that these riots were instigated by outside forces, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth in time, but I have far more faith in your abilities, Erwin. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation, independent of the authorities. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harboring belligerents. Commander Swift will know which they are. You may balk at a request for such information, but I've no doubt you can persuade him with your silver tongue. I, meanwhile, shall seek out answers in my own way, after which we can regroup and share our findings. Well then, shall we? Speak with he's right here. Okay. Hello, Swift. You look as though you've something to say, Erwin, do ya? What you ask is no simple favor. For such information to fall into the wrong hands, the lives of countless soldiers would be at risk. Even so, there's wisdom in your words. An able individual may be better suited to this task than a regiment. Very well. The Brass Blades have reported suspicious activity in the vicinity of Lost Hope. It may be unrelated to recent events, but we doubt it. I suggest you begin by speaking to the Blades posted there. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. Whew. Please let me escape from the city music, please. Or city day music. I believe the cities do have different day and night music, actually. Just thinking about things that I've heard. I'm Alberta. And what brings you here, adventurer? A search for refugees? Well, then you've come to the right place. Ah, you mean those refugees? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept their situation and are content to pass their days in peace and quiet. Outsiders have trouble understanding that, like that merchant who passed through recently. Gregarious fellow, but awfully opinionated. Can't say I was sad to see him go. Lay off, Rick. A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it that means someone's read my report. The refugees who left with the merchant have yet to return, and I'm increasingly concerned that Zazawaka's suspicions were correct. You haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about, do you? Never mind. Speak with Zazawaka. He'll explain everything. Believers, despite having no decent soil, we've managed to grow some crops. The wee ones could enjoy a proper meal on occasion. Boy, this world is grim as fuck. You another one of Quiver's men? Yeah, that's me. I'm a quiver boy. Just a man of the quiver. Zazawaka. Or Zazawaka, I guess, is from the way that their names are usually pronounced. Oh, don't hurt me. I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon. You're not a flame. I see. If Leofric bid you speak to me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 'Twill be praised for that because we haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under that fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account and taking that which is owed. Ha! A childish fantasy. No, actually, it's entirely realistic. I did everything I could to dissuade the others from leaving, but few would heed my words. Another one of our idealists has returned, though. The madness of the merchant's plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, and you will understand why. Even now, he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Try as I might, I can make little sense of his words beyond the fact that he was not alone in surviving. Yet I've no doubt that merchant will lead the remainder to their doom. I beg of you, find them before he does. I haven't got the stomach for what needs to be done, huh? What are you doing? Don't draw. Don't draw. Don't draw. Why didn't you run away from me? With me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me, here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Did somebody die? Who are you? What do you want? It's true. I followed the merchant, and may the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give, you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he'd brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. I thought about running then and there, but the others were so excited. He split us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, and then fighting, and then everyone was fighting, and the flames were shouting to give no quarter, and, oh gods, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll be massacred like mine was. Keep talking, shock and awe. The other refugees are hiding in the cave south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They will sooner call us agents of the Sultanate and try to kill us than listen to reason. Why, the twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. What's with these twins? Pox on all bloody sellswords. They were supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. Now, if only we'd never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. He said our cause was righteous, that the gods would never suffer us to be defeated. Though if they were forced to confront reality. That's it. Challenge the twins to combat and show my brethren that their strongest warriors are no match for one man. Mayhap then they will agree to lay down their arms and renounce this plot. Yeah, I guess so. Is that how it is? How far away is this? Yeah, not very. Head right. Over. Over? Or did we need to go under? Did we need to go under? Did we need to be inside this cave? Folly. Folly, folly, folly. Cave? He did say that search the caves. We were given many indicators that cave was the way to go. A desperate refugee. 7 elves, they've found us. Everyone grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more willing to kill you ourselves. You are under attack. This is not going to go well for you. Please, we can take him, they say, after they perish. You should never have come here. You're dead. I'm sorry. You ceased to be. You're too low level even to aggro on me. This is madness. Spare your own lives. Please. It's been too long. Ho, a challenge. Oh, you survived a single hit. Amazing. Bastard. Enough. Well, that one shouted as he died, so hopefully it's fine. Yeah, use that Dark Souls emote. You beat him like it was nothing. Thal Almighty, what are we gonna do now? I mean, why don't I side with them and go kill all of the kings of, Can I just do that? Can I just go murder everyone who's in charge of that fucking city? Just a couple of heads on spikes. Mount them on the battlements. Please. Terrified refugee. You've returned. Did you find my brethren? What of the twins? What happened? I see. Well, you had no choice. Better the handful of them take a beating from you than the lot get butchered by the flames. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? Huh? But where else would he be? Unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? Thank goodness for short quests. Reap the whirlwind. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, but was waiting until the flames withdrew their forces from the vicinity. Now that they have, there's nothing to stop him from continuing his work. How many more must perish in pursuit of this futile cause? How much more suffering must we endure before it ends? Find him. Convince him to cease his mad quest. It will surely lead us to ruin. Okay, sure. I'll just slap the revolutionary fervor out of some people. I mean, I'm sure this is a whole false flag thing. This is someone who wants to make trouble, doesn't care if the refugees get owned. But that's a very disingenuous kind of a story to tell. It's like saying that all of the population in the nation they were going to invade have been brainwashed. The Vietnamese, they've been brainwashed by communism. They couldn't possibly, want to live in an egalitarian society. LA. Have you seen my parents? Ooh boy. Ooh boy. Ooh boy. They told me to stay here with the others. They said they'd be back soon, but it's been days. They left with the man from Ul'dah. The man said they were going to change everything. Make it so we could live inside the walls with everyone else. I liked it when he said that. I didn't like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and I got scared. Say, mister, you looking for someone? I'm looking for a merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? But I don't know where he... Ooh. Oh, wait, over there. I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Oh, that's... You! Wait, so is he a dude from the MSQ earlier? He's getting away! Go get him, mister! It's not gonna bring your parents back, I'm afraid. Oh, they could probably have kept that music cue going, don't you think? Is this the dude who caused all that trouble so long ago in the MSQ? The one who was going to sexually assault the... This is just wild that he is out here. We've killed so many people. Search for the merchant. There he is. Hey there. You again? Why are you pursuing me? I don't think it's the same guy. Sedition, treason, revolution? That's preposterous. Who's filled your head with these lies? Refugees? The self-same refugees who terrorize the streets of Ul'dah? Ha! You have no evidence to prove your accusations. None. No, I will not accompany you to the Hollow Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of argument, let's say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I give a kick-in's ass about politics. It was business. Only business. I see. Yeah, those are definitely two different things. We both know that I am not the one you want. I don't know that. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Well, what is... If you have the ability to tell me everything, then I think you are the one I want. Oh, well. Whoops. It's another long point.
What's all this commotion? 7 owls. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer may still be close.
Well, I can fly, so let me help.
Hold, adventurer. I will know you more about your relationship with the victim as well as the events leading up to his death. The man was responsible for the recent riots. Mayhaps you owe his murderer a debt of gratitude. In any case, it is obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on in your investigation, Scion.
Okay. Report to Swift at the Hollow Flames. Okay, this is a little incoherent. This is incoherent. This has not been coherent. I'm just saying. Ah, the sweet sound of not the Ul'dah music. Hey, Swift, guess we learned something? What news, Longpoint? Where's the merchant? Murdered? Damn it all to the 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Arwen. He was silenced. Too many knew his face, and he was ready to divulge his secrets. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator of these riots than you realize. Cool. Revolution. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wishes to discuss your recent discoveries as well as the results of his own investigation. Master Alphino has already been informed and should be waiting for you outside. Pray proceed to the Royal Promenade with all haste and speak to Bartholomew. God, I hate getting up there. I hate getting up there. I hate it. Here? Yeah. Just it's not really that bad getting up here. The one that's irritating is getting to the airship, just because it's not very well labeled. What do you got to say? You gotta watch your tongue whilst in the Royal Promenade. Sure. Who's gonna stop me if I leave my tongue unobserved? Hey, Bart. We have been expecting you, sir. Please proceed inside. Oh, wait, hang on. Before we do that, let's turn the music back on. Because this seems like it could become a cutscene very fast. Yeah, like that. Is it a voiced cutscene?
Commander Swift
Yes.
kept us apprised of your recent activities.
Excellent.
Made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Me? What? No, I haven't done anything.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, the truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room.
This information does not leave this room.
Rejected Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination.
Well, or like a blanket policy of complete hostility.
They organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate.
But Antifa infiltrated them and...
Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence.
Yeah, and then probably a cop was the one who provoked it.
Served as a call to arms.
Yeah.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
You mean they massacred them?
At first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Never trust the ruling class. Their acts of charity. Ooh, no.
It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
That would be a really good use for it, though. Better than the PvP battlefields. I mean...
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Yeah, the whole thing there is weird. It's like there's an unofficial war going on between the three city-states. It's just so there's an excuse for PvP.
By Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge.
I wonder if it was this patch that introduced PvP, and this is,
What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go visit them before 2.x is over.
Differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement.
Send the immortals to do an eternal tug of war.
Conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
Well that would change if you do declare it part of Ul'dah.
In knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill.
That is a great skybox right there,
A
goddamn.
shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way.
Well, I mean, you could have a...
If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Alagon ruin.
Good old-fashioned real estate grab.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
Yeah, you're not the same species as the rich. You understand that? Their concerns, their interests, their motives
Independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the syndicate.
are completely unlike yours. They have nothing to do with yours.
Inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees. Of that there can be no doubt.
Never trust a landlord.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate, and, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate?
You don't understand. The concept of consequences is beyond these people. Oh my god.
Pardon?
Ooh, the rain's finally getting
Alagon
here.
monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated.
I don't remember Omega.
Inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself.
They had a better idea with Bahamut eventually, I guess.
Why Nail Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats.
He just wanted to
ensure
expose.
Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good sense.
Yeah, what was the plan there? Like, if the Primal hadn't died.
The power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut?
We've contended with Bahamut.
Aye.
Not yet in the
Skeptical
timeline.
ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
They got a triple nuke down there. Zeta Dragon.
Akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
This is, not what we're hoping to
Power
see.
enough to subjugate Uldar like as not. The rest of Eorzea
And more
beside.
importantly, Ulda.
That's why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
Yeah, I mean, why did Bill Gates take control of the
He
vaccine?
should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
It's in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
I mean, I wouldn't focus so much on the personality of the individual who wants to wield the weapons of the apocalypse. There's no one who should.
Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
The
It would
world
seem
would
the
be...
implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
I quite like his little, remember those shoes from the 90s that had little goo windows in them? That's what's going on there. That's the Alpha No method. Beg pardon, Zion. I cannot permit you to enter the fragrant chamber at this time. Oh no. Turned it off. Hey, elf. Stories we tell. I should be glad to know the truth, and I should be glad to know the truth, and yet the thought of all this chaos was a product of one man's ambition sickens me. How long do you think they intend to hide the existence of Omega from the Scions? Intended. Whew, we're losing it already. They even felt the need to do so is most troubling. It would be in our best interest. Yeah, the fact that they were able to is more troubling, right? Aren't you supposed to be the CIA? I mean, if you're the CIA, it's no surprise, etc., etc. It would be in our best interest to learn more of the military activities in the disputed territories. Fortunately, you are already well positioned to do so, Captain Erwin. Pray keep us informed of any developments in Cardinal. How do they decide on our rank? Do they just say something arbitrary? Begone, whelp! This is no place for children. Oh boy, is this the kid with the dead parents? I'm sorry. God damn. Fucking shit. Why does this game have to be this way? I mean, it's good. It's fine. It's alright. It's brutal. I was looking for you, mister. You said you were looking for the man who left with my parents. You know this girl. Meow. So we visited Stone's Throw as well. I see. Did you find the man? Were my parents with him? They were not, I'm afraid. However, I can think of several places they might be. If you like, we can go and look for them together. Really? You'll help me look, mister? Of course. But first I must needs finish speaking with my friend. He's telling me a secret, you see, so no one else is allowed to listen. Amp, you could wait for me by that pillar over there. We require but a moment. Yep. Okay, mister, I'll be waiting. Your life is destroyed. I'll take her to the quicksand. Mayhap Modi will know what to do. A legion of Garleans, an ether-starved primal. Even dealing with an Askian would be preferable to this charade. Sometimes I fear Minfilia is too ambitious. We rush hither and yon in response to threats as they arise without concern for the strain it places on our limited resources and ourselves. Mayhap the time has come for a change.
Long Point, this has been failure. I know this is sudden, but I must ask you to return to Revenant's Toll with all due haste. The situation at the 12's has taken a turn for the worse. I will explain in detail once you arrive.
I wonder if I can imply audacity-like effects. The 12's would. And the primal threat she spoke of before has been confirmed. I've received no reports of Eorzea activity, which leaves the sylphs. Go, Erwin. You know as well as I that the appearance of a primal takes precedence over all else. Oh, and when you arrive, do inform the antecedent that while I am grateful for her concerns, she needn't fear for my safety. I am more than able to protect myself. I mean, you are a child, and it's a big, dangerous world. People just die, Alphino. People have strokes. Everyone needs help sometimes. And you have a phone. Pick up your phone. Okay, back over to the Rising Stones. Let's deal with this primal situation, why don't we? This should be a welcome, if brief, break. I guess we'll see how brief. Hey, Minfilia. How's things going? It is a relief to see you healthy and hale, Erwin. The latest news from Uldab was most disturbing. Uh-huh, I believe it. Clearly, the only injury Alphino suffered was to his ego. Doubtless it will heal ere long. No, he was injured. The other scions will need to be present for this meeting. If you're ready to begin, I will summon them now. Oof, I love a nice short quest. Lord of Levin. That sounds promising. Sounds like we might be right about to bounce to it. Thank you for responding to my call with such haste. Rest assured, I would not have summoned you were it not urgent. To business, then. I've received some most disturbing news from the Order of the Twin Adder. They have reason to believe that the sylphs might have called forth their revered guardian, the Primal Ramu. I'm sorry, may have? And it's not certain? The Elder Seed Seer informs us that the elementals themselves murmur of the Lord of Levin's return to the forest. The Sylphlands, though, display no signs of undue commotion.
Forgive me, antecedent, but the fact need not contradict the elemental's testimony. Unlike his more bellicose compeers, Garuda and so on, Ramu is reputed only to act in the defense of his children.
Sure.
I imagine he would soon make his presence known if any were foolish enough to directly endanger the sylphs of their territory.
That's what we should do. We should just do a Professor Farnsworth.
The abruptness of this development concerns me. Are we not keeping a close watch on the touched ones and their movements? If preparations for a summoning ritual were indeed underway, it would surely not have escaped your notice.
Oh, it didn't. I was pretty sure it was going to happen, just not this soon.
I beg your pardon. You foresaw this eventuality and did not prevent it.
I told Papa Limo I suppose I could have reported things to Minfilia earlier, but there honestly wasn't much we could do except wait and see. You know how the Sylphs feel about people poking around in their territory. They already summoned Ramu once, right after the calamity, but that was because the Garleans came tramping through the forest.
And so long as Castromorian stands, the Sylphs cannot be blamed for wishing to have their guardian deity on hand. In short, Ida and I are in agreement. The actions of the forest folk were inevitable and unavoidable. And I maintain that observation would have remained best policy had it not been for the sudden influx of strangers in the Black Shroud. That, alas, we did not foresee. By all accounts, the recent violence in Uldab drove a number of refugees to seek safety under the concealing canopy of the trees. 'Tis likely the sylphs perceive this panicked migration as yet another invasion and quickened their efforts to summon their god.
I'm put in mind of Titan the Kobolds. Once again, it is the affairs of men which have paved the way for the Primal's coming.
Indeed, One cannot help but wonder what manner of place Eorzea would be without the civilizing influence of mankind. Be that as it may, this regrettable development does afford us a unique opportunity. Erwin, through your dealings with the Sylphs of Little Solace, you once succeeded in preventing an untimely conflict with Gridania. I wonder, might one who was treated with the Sylphs so ruefully in the past not achieve similar success with our patron deity? If Ramu could be convinced of our intentions, it may be the first step to breaking the cycle of primal summoning.
I had to go listen to some Farnsworth, because I don't actually remember if that's what his voice sounds like. A fond hope. Were such a thing possible, we would not have been at war with the Beastmen since time immemorial. Of course it's possible, Ishtola, what the fuck is wrong with you? But hey, this time, we can... Let us continue this discussion anon. We must needs first consult with the nation most affected by Ramu's presence. I have to say, when I get to do a lot of silly voices in these conversations, they're infinitely more bearable. And they're good, they're always good, but, you know, it's a lot of fucking time. And we're doing them all in just kind of sonorous tones. That's cool, and I really like doing it, but, I don't know. The Elder Seed Seer has requested your personal involvement, Erwin. Pray report to Commander Ulwa at the Adder's Nest as soon as you're able. I know Ulwa, right? He's the one who's in that room there. Steel yourself for the worst. While I hope for a peaceful resolution of this matter, experience suggests that your meeting with the Lord of Levin will prove less than amicable. In such an event, your fellow Scions will of course lend you whatever support you require. Boom, 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 boom. Oh... Alright, off to the Adder's Nest with us. Oh, we should... so is going to be day music or night music over there? And which is the one that is completely intolerable? I guess we'll see. It's probably going to be a cutscene, so we probably don't want to turn the music off unless it is insufferable. See, I like this, but it also just sounds... It sounds like a score... over like an initial zoom. Ulwa, talk to me. Long point of the Scions, your arrival has been most anticipated. The appearance of a primal is ever cause for alarm and unease. Though my men stand ready for any eventuality, I know of none more qualified than you to snuff out this threat. Indeed, I would have you do so without delay. The Elder Seedseer, though, would speak with you first. She is of the opinion that your diplomatic rather than martial skills may better serve our cause. I will leave further explanation to our learned leader. Pray make your way to Navika's altar. The conjurer in attendance will admit you to the Lotus stand. Alright, I'll just march my ass over there. I mean, why not? You couldn't just possibly just bop me over there? I know you have that power in your tool sets. The most inexcusable piece of translation in this game, or maybe it was in the original writing, is that the white mages are called conjurers. Why are they called conjurers? They do not conjure. The other Scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Please take me in. Hey, what's the whole squad got to say? I'm most curious to how the Elder Seedseer means to treat with Lord Ramu. Even though I think my delivery of my Ishtola voice is like not a high grade as far as my voices go, I really enjoy doing it. Thancred.
I see the Sylphs have sent their own representative. There can be no doubt then.
I don't know how I feel about doing the Thancred one.
It is said that once Ramu passes judgment, his wrath is implacable. It would be best to conclude this discussion at Gridania and its people are placed upon his scales.
That sounds like a good idea.
Whatever the Elder Seedseer is planning, I want you to know I'll be right there at your side, and I'm sure Ishtola won't be far behind, even if she does think everything is mankind's fault.
Which it is. Sylphic servant. Oh, hello, walking one. It is good to see a friend of Elder One. Kanisena.
Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Apologies for
On
Steam
behalf of the
messages.
people of Gridania, I bid you welcome. Your presence is of great comfort to us all in these days of uncertainty.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a comforting man. People love to have me
I
around.
summoned you here to share tidings of a most urgent nature. But a short while ago, the great elemental spoke, and his voice was clarion in its intensity.
Excellent.
Ramu is returned unto the forest.
Oh shit. Well, we're in trouble then. I guess? He's gonna judge us. He's gonna put us on those scales.
Echo in mine ears when we were visited by an emissary from Little Solace.
Whoa. Hey, Green Guts.
Our guest informs us that the sylphs too have sensed the presence of the Lord of Levin.
I love Dr. Lightning.
Though his exact whereabouts remain unknown, we may safely assume that the primal was summoned within the heart of the Sylphland.
Just let me loose. I'll happily go reason with the guy.
Unlike the other primals you have encountered, Lord Ramu is no raging avatar of destruction.
He is an avatar of destruction. He's just kind of more measured. Yeah.
Serving as both arbiter and guardian to his children.
Yeah, but he still is like a construct.
Found a way to share the 12's wood. It is my hope that this sagely immortal will be amenable to reason, and that conflict may be avoided.
Yeah, but he's a big flashy man, so I don't think that's gonna happen.
With the power of the echo,
Points at self.
you are one of the
Me?
few among us who may commune with a primal without fear of influence. I would ask, therefore, that you represent us in this most delicate of negotiations.
Couldn't you send your weird Satan child? I'm pretty sure that, pretty sure he has some fucked up thing going on. Probably makes him immune too.
Upon this, we and the sylphs, and I would venture Lord Ramu himself, are in perfect accord. Let us not endanger our shared home by engaging in unnecessary hostilities.
But, yeah, I mean, I'm all for that. Why don't we just cede the 12's wood to the sylphs?
Safeguard the peace which exists between our peoples.
Happily, milady. Happily.
You
Meow.
have my thanks.
Have we heard a sylph voice acted yet, or is that totally dishonest? Yeah, yeah.
Pray make for little solace, then. A member of the Order of the Twin Adder awaits you there. He will advise you on how to find the Lord of Levin.
I love that for me. I've been waiting for a member of the Order of the Twin Adder to guide me to the Lord of Levin.
Forest.
Sick. Gross.
It is not only the 12's wood that flinches at its coming. All the lands of Eorzea shiver in dread anticipation. Have care.
I trust you less than any of the other faction leaders, and I trust them not at all. We've already heard, what's her fucking name? Merlvib's already committed to genocide. Would the spirits bless me business? You ask for such venalities. Well, what do you think about all this? Listen, adventurer, to the rustling leaves, the flowing rivers, to the very pulse of this land. We conjurers of Stillglade Fane interpret these whispers of the elementals and convey them to the people of Gridania. Bet no me earnings on the yokeries I am, or can I take another bad harvest? Oh no, there's the fucking awful music, no, fuck. Ahead you shall find Stillglade Fane, where the conjurers conduct their meditations. If you have business with them, you may proceed. I don't. And conjurer, your meeting with the other seeds here is concluded, then I wish you good fortune. Africa's altar is a place of contemplation. Visitors are asked to refrain from creating a disturbance. Such is the will of the forest. The girl's only seen 12 summers. Wait, what does that mean? Are they taking her in as a Jedi, or are they going... Somebody told me that they practice human sacrifice around here. Ooh, I've got somebody waiting on me now, so let's get moving. Off to Little Solace with us. Whoops, didn't turn recording back on. This is the first message. Long point of the signs. I was told to expect you. I understand you go to treat with the primal Ramu himself, an unenviable task, but one for which I have no doubt you are well suited. I've been told that your fellow Scions are conducting an investigation of the area as we speak. We might ascertain the location where the Lord of Levin might be found. I would ask that you abide here until they return with their findings. Oh shit, we should turn the music back on. Levin an impression. Whoa. Levin an impression. This isn't gonna take too long, is it? I was told that a messenger would be sent as soon as your fellow scions finish their investigation. I do not imagine it'll be much longer. Hey. This one returns and returns with good tidings. The Rise Ones have finished searching and have wisely identified the precise location where the Touched Ones summoned Lord Ramu. Your timing is impeccable, my fluttery friend. Might you be so kind as to escort this good man to his fellow scions? It would be this one's pleasure, Walking One. Please come with me. Turn off auto-scroll, because you can't read to the end of my lines when it is running past like that. Okay, where are we going? All the way up over there? Okay, well, you don't need to see this. Yeah, okay, this will be a good stopping point. We are just about... There's not a bunch of rigmarole before we do Ramu. It's looking like... My friend says that he's solved the guinea pig problem, which is the problem of the cat wants to eat the guinea pig. Wise ones have ventured deep within the Sylphlands. These ones must proceed carefully and keep an eye out for the Touched Ones. Certainly, Maxio. Okay, we were skipping the travel portion, right? Actually, this is kind of cool. This Ewok village here suspended from the trees. Hey, it's Maxio. This one is most sorry, but this one can go no further. Draw too close to Lord Ramu, and this one may turn mean and nasty like Touched Ones. And so this one must say farewell for now. Walking One will find the Wise Ones not far from here to the south. Go in safety, Walking One. The mischief in this music. This is just the woods of much mischief. Man, I hope it's not overpowering on the recording. I guess we'll find out. Ida, what have you got to say?
So, Thancred is Thancred, Papa Limo is Papa Limo, Ishtola is Ishtola, and you're you, right? Well, that's easy enough to remember. This one's name is Ida, in case Walking One was wondering. Joke. I'm joking.
Ah, there you are. It is you, isn't it?
Is there illusions going on? Don't ask. Suffice it to say we had something of a situation here. What does that mean?
So it's actually you. I'm relieved. For a moment I thought we were dealing with another one of those confounded sylph-tricksters. I swear, with them wreaking havoc with their skin-changing magics, it's a wonder I was even able to diminish my measurements. Yes, it was quite the ordeal. You should have seen the look on Ishtola's face when the one impersonating you suddenly showed up.
That's quite enough, Papa Limo.
My apologies. It's not like me to ramble so. At any rate, as I was saying, I finished measuring etheric activity in the area, and I'm pleased to say I've reached an indisputable conclusion. To wit, that Ramu was called forth in the vicinity of the Sylph-Etherite. Come, Erwin. The Lord of Leven awaits.
I mean, of course he was. That's the most obvious place. I hope you checked there first. I hope you didn't fucking go there after you'd exhausted every other option. We just saw that they summoned the Lord of the Tides amid the Etherite. Hey, it's Violet Screech! I can't believe it's Violet Screech, my good friend. Wong, 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 wong. Ooh, they're all creepy. Hello? Meow, 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 meow.
Nora betrays thee, servant of hiding.
You seem mad, Ramu. I got nothing with that crystal lady. She's just my patron. Oh, we don't have auto-scroll. God damn it, I thought we did. No wonder it was taking so long. Why don't you leaven me alone? Enough of your flowery words. Hey, Rhombus. How's things?
Thou art the bringer of light, bane of Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, and Leviathan.
Well, I don't like to brag, but I did bane the fuck out of those motherfuckers.
Guardian of the children of the forest.
Yeah, he's the QAnon of the woods. Save the children.
Secret soil, bringer of light. By what right doth man intrude in this sanctuary of the sylphs?
You tell me, Treebeard, what you doing here?
Guardians proffer peace?
Yeah,
Their
this
words are born of delusion, thine offer an insult.
True. What you are saying is correct. Can I defect yet from the side of the, like, genocidal, colonizing civilization?
My children's desires. They did but wish to dwell beneath these boughs in solitude. Yet even that was too much to ask of man.
Yeah, humans have not been able
Turn
to.
to me for succor. The sentence I pronounce upon thy kind is just.
He's got us there. What can we possibly say?
Guardian or Garlean, it matters not. The good intent of one excuseth not the misdeeds of the other.
I would like to stand with the natives, please.
Thy conflicts have brought naught but anguish and misery unto the forest.
True.
All blame doth lie with the darkness that resideth in the breast of man.
I mean, I wouldn't lay it at our feet as a species. I would say it was the society that was the problem. The society can be reformed.
Calamitous seed. In the beginning, no such duality existed. For light and dark given form when man was born.
So the odd thing here, right, is that he is notionally all-wise. He is not an ancient being, because he's a primal.
Not least why strife and sorrow follow ever in thy wake. Thou canst not deny the urgings of thine own nature.
So if you dreamed up a primal who knew everything, would he know everything for real?
Thy presence here portendeth tragedy. Wilt thou persist in this pretense of peacemaking?
Well, no, we're gonna just do a raid against you. Ting! Kill him!
Thou bearest the crystal which I bestowed upon my wayward charges, that they should entrust so precious a gift to thee.
Well, good thing Erwin remembered that, because I sure didn't.
Thou standest apart from thy kin. Thou art the bringer of light, aye, but there is something more in thee.
I know the whole dark, light, good, evil not being a good dichotomy is common, but I do enjoy the specific language of, like...
Consider thy proposal, shouldst thou survive my trial. If thou wouldst champion the cause of harmony, I must have proof that thou art fit to play the role. Wither mine ire, and prove to me thereby that thou hast strength enough to stay the darkness which threateneth to consume thee.
I like your little after effects there, your little echo.
If thou shouldst be found wanting, know that all men shall perish in the storm of my judgment.
The arrogance. Whew. Dramatical.
Come
You love
me,
to see it.
bringer of light. I shall await thee on the field of battle.
Sir, yes, sir. Let's head on in there. Ooh, it's Ishiban.
Eorzea, it is rare indeed to find you so far from at home.
Gideon Emery.
The Lord of Levin himself. Never till this day had
He's
I
gonna
looked
say
upon his
Visage.
visage
No,
save
thank God.
painted
Thought he was
with
gonna say
pencil
Visage.
stained by time. Ever shall this scene remain etched in my mind's eye. Beg pardon, my lady.
Bag of Legend. We'll do Bag of Legend someday. We'll go back to Fallen London. It's been in the cards for a while.
I must beg thine aid on a point of research. If thou art resolved to face Lord Ramu, I would ask thy leave to observe the event.
Voyeuristic. Titan slaying. Alright, I've filed my question with Rook about what primals know. I do not have time right now to even consider doing this anything but solo. Looks like we're running short on on raids left here, though. So let's move. A striking tree. Let's get in there, why don't we? Loading screen? Is this long enough to warrant a pause? No, it's not. Ooh, here we go. Check out that shroom. This is quite the setting. Damn. Damn. Somebody put sick vocal tracks over my raid encounter. Hey. Hey, buddy. This fucking near-ass music. Thou art brave, bringer of light. Yet bravery alone shall not convince me of thy worth. So he may have the ability to paralyze us for 30 seconds. We should see about avoiding that mechanic. Pick up an orb. Pick up an orb. We need a third orb. Where's the third orb? I really need a third orb before these first two orbs fall off. Where's the third orb? Damn it, Ramuh. I needed the third orb. I guess they spawn in groups of 2. Well, hopefully we don't get our asses paralyzed before he summons some more. Face him down. Conjure a couple more orbs for me, won't you? Uh-oh. Well, there it is. There's the 40-second paralyze. How are things out there? The world is in a somewhat dire state. That will actually unparalyze us getting hit, so it's actually fine. Let's go ahead and grab the orbs, though, just for fun. 1, 2, and 3. And now for a minute, we are immune to his paralysis, surge protection, thunderstorm. I think that should be long enough to, Your body is covered in conductive matter, hoping to redirect and nullify electrical charging attacks. Chaotic strike, there it is. This is the one that would paralyze us. Oh, wait, what? Okay, well, that did happen, I guess. Do your attack again, please. Maybe chaotic strike will set us free? What was I supposed to look away or something? I'm not sure. There we go, terror back off. Alright, let's just unleash on this motherfucker, because I don't really want to be continually beeped down like that. Control F, Control C, what are all of our buttons? How many ways can we harm an immortal being? Shall we drop conductive, suck up some conductivity again, even though it didn't help that much? Chaotic strike, was just a look away? Maybe? Nope, that didn't work. Paralyzed again. Storm me. Yeah. Absolutely not killing the ads. It seems like the damage that they do is doing sterling service, knocking us out of that KO. Oh, did we not? We didn't use our... Meant to use my cooldown there, and failed to... I do not really have the correct... Well, there's the stun again. Alright. I was looking for Spirits Within and Requiescat, which I think are highish levels. There's Requiescat. Where's Spirits Within? Is that lower level? Calling something Spirits Within as Square Enix is like a huge dick move. What, that thing that bankrupted our company? We're just joking about it now. Where's Spirits Within? There it is. Yes, they're both. I pronounce thy sentence by the radiance of Eld be charged. Spooky. Whoa, that hit pretty hard. Unfortunately for you, I can heal myself to full pretty easily. This battle shall decide thy fate. Canst thou weather mine awakened ire? You probably drop that as well. Rolling Thunder.
Yeah! Deliver the beard strike, please. Chaotic strike, there it is again. Stun me. I'm feared. Causality. Damage is taken with each action used. We're free. I don't think we need to fear the Thunder Spark. Shall we once again go into sicko mode? Yeah. That's right. Thunderstorm. Oh, we haven't been using our dot. Ultimate Folly. We'll use it right here at the end. Queen's Decree, or Goring Blade is what it is. Goring Blade doesn't seem very heroic. Doesn't seem all that paladinly to me. But it ain't generic to the role, so who knows what's going on there. It's walking right out of the stun. You're almost down, Big Bird. Art thou truly of man? Thy strength exceeds my expectations. He's sparkling. Ooh, he's shattering. I didn't think we were gonna... I thought we were gonna, like, try not to kill him or whatever, or... It was meant to be some kind of continuity of Ramuh. Yeah, let's get moving, because... Prince Sunflower is waiting for me. Wouldn't want to leave him dangling.
I have taken thy measure, bringer of light.
So you're still here even though we, like, dissipated you, huh? Sure, why not? That was just a tulpa that you conjured? That's terrifying. There's a real Ramuh underneath that baby Ramuh.
And I judge thee a worthy champion. The task of excising the sin that hath taken root in man's heart is thine.
Yeah, but could you please smite Ul'dah before you go? Just the tallest tower is...
Employing thy strength in service to the forest and the wider realm beyond. Like hungering shadows do the enemies of harmony gather, and meekness will but feed.
That's right, maintain harmony through strength. That's the way.
If man is to be delivered from the dark, it shall be by thy guiding light alone.
The dark, you say?
From the path, for if thou dost, thy people shall be truly lost.
A certain nostalgia there, perhaps. It's Eorzea.
Thou hast
Voyeranger.
Lord of Levin. A regrettable act, but a necessary one.
Wait, so he is gone? He seemed like he was still here to me. I guess he just got a dying. He had like a cheat death situation. Or more like a spirit of redemption.
Struggle, the truth hath been revealed unto me. If I mistake not, it may yet prove a chink in the eternal armor of the Asir. But let us conclude our present business. I shall expound upon my findings at the Rising Stones anon.
Please hit me with the full force of your wisdom.
Uh-huh. Meow. Meow.
We shall go so far as to conclude this quest, and then we shall call it a wrap. Oh, this is not any closer, actually. Here, join me in this final journey. Do-do-do-do-do-do. There's mischief up, mischief afoot. It's all mischief all the time round here. In the mischief woods. With a very different vibe over here. Oh, a different time of day even. Alright, sure. Why not? Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Serpent loot. Era, when you've returned, dare I ask how Ramuh received your visit? He challenged you to a test of arms. It is well, then, that you have some experience in such matters. The peoples of both Gridania and Little Solace will be relieved to hear that the Lord of Levin has accepted you as the forest's champion of peace. You have performed a monumental duty this day, Erwin. The Elder Seedseer must be informed of your deeds at once. That is a duty for next time. See you soon.